4 episodes in, we never actually introduced ourselves. We know who we are.
I don't know who I am.
But they have no idea.
I just appear here every day.
It's true.
I still don't know who I am.
Just materializes just every now and then.
I do.
Okay. I am Trent. This is Drew.
Drew. Trent.
All right. Now, there was quite a bit that happened last week.
Seems like it. Yeah.
In news for like comics and movies and stuff like that. You start with at the beginning of the week, which we brought into one of our videos, the Thor Ragnarok trailer, which I don't know about you, but I was watching it. I watched it again because I was like, okay, well, we watched it on a laptop, so I'm like, okay, well, I'll watch it on a computer with good speakers.
I've done that too since.
And then I went, you know what, I should watch it on a TV as well, and I put it up on the TV and I watched it on that. And the more and more I watched it, the more I got, remember that night, like 80s movie Heavy Metal?
I was just going to say this. That's not even a joke. I was actually going to be like Heavy Metal.
That vibe I got
totally.
the exact fucking vibe from that.
Yeah.
Like with the Led Zeppelin, just, oh man.
So, not the segue, literally on the same topic. How much do you think the rights to that Led Zeppelin song cost? Immigration song, Led Zeppelin, great song. That must have been insanely expensive.
Idea. You know what? I was reading an article because I love AC/DC.
Trust me, I definitely know you love AC/DC.
And I was reading, you know that old like football movie Varsity Blues?
I am familiar,
with
yes.
fucking Dawson's Creek and everything. There's this one part in it where they use Thunderstruck, and it cost them, I think it was like $500,000 to use that song, and it was like
so cost effective.
As far as I know, that was like the most expensive song. I don't know, but
that Led Zeppelin song has to have cost more than that. You never hear Led Zeppelin in movies because it's so expensive.
The only time that you've heard the Immigrant Song, which again it was the Immigrant Song, but it was done by I think it was Trent Reznor with the girl with the dragon tattoo. He did it, but it wasn't Led. It was Trent.
Yeah,
good name.
Which he does. Does movie work all the time.
Yeah, he does a lot of soundtrack stuff, which is cool. But yeah, I had that heavy metal vibe, like right away.
Totally.
So that was the first bit. And then word got out and stuff like that, well, I guess it was not this past weekend, but the weekend before.
Yeah.
Marvel, they realized that one of the issues for X-Men Gold, the penciler actually hid religious and like political images and messages in the comic.
You're telling me about this,
and
I have not seen this, by the way. This is Trent was telling me about this earlier.
I was reading it up because I couldn't I can't remember which I know it was the first issue that was just released of X-Men Gold, but apparently there was Kitty Pryde, who is a Jewish character in the comic. I guess there was a panel where she's in front of a jewelry store and she's blocking all the letters except JEW. And it's like, and
that's not funny, but it's funny.
And that part is like right by her head type thing. And then there's another panel with Colossus wearing a jersey for like a baseball game or something like that, and it had like QS 212, and it's like an excerpt from the Quran or something like that. And it's not the best message, but those are like the two that I read about, and it was just like, holy man, like that sound like it almost sounds like a bad TV plot.
Is there any chance it was purely coincidence? You don't think so?
No, because he came out and admitted it.
Oh shit! So he went next level. He's like, "Yep, I did this."
And like he was quoted like, "My career is over." And it's like, you fucking think? Like,
you gotta imagine like if you were working for Marvel, that's it. Like that's the pinnacle. Like you're not gonna do better than that in that industry.
Yeah, like the main two, DC and Marvel. Like those are the ones.
I'd way rather work for Marvel.
Yeah, well, it depends because comics are a lot different than the movie aspect of it, right? Like, there's still a lot of DC comics that I like, as opposed to the DC movies. But then again, it's all personal preference too. But yeah, why would you even want to risk screwing that up? You know what I mean? Like, that's just crazy.
It's messed up, man.
It is. And the third piece of news that came out in that week was to do with Deadpool, the Deadpool sequel. And Fox confirming that Josh Brolin is going to be Cable for the sequel. And don't get me wrong, he looks like he could do the part really, really well. I was just really rooting for Ron Perlman myself.
We were talking about this earlier. We each came up with people we thought should be Cable. So
I went with Ron Perlman,
okay,
because he looks the part. Like, yeah, he is a little bit older than Brolin, so like the 4-picture contract, like, yeah, it's getting up there, but Ron could still pull it off. Like, he already looks enough like Cable without having to put makeup on or dyeing his hair or anything like that, which you would have to do with Josh Brolin, like, because Cable's got the gray hair and
right.
He does look a bit like the part already, but I don't know. I think Ron Perlman and Ryan Reynolds together would have been a way funnier and better choice, but that's just me.
John Goodman. I'm just kidding. Not John Goodman.
That would be hilarious.
I think he'd be like one of the worst fits possible. But my actual pick, we were talking about this earlier, who I thought would be good at it would be Tom Berenger.
Yeah, not Tom Bergeron.
Not Tom Bergeron from Dancing with the Stars.
Tom
Berenger. Which I made that mistake earlier. I called him Tom Bergeron. He's just like, from Dancing with the Stars? And I'm like, no, that's not who I meant. Because he has
gets the square. Good
he
night,
has
everybody.
the grumpy old man who can kick your ass look down.
He does.
For me.
And same thing, he's up there in age. Like, he's 67, right? So he's getting up.
He's still
there.
got it. He's not in his 70s.
He does. He still does have it. Like, he was. Well, I loved him.
You seen the Bowflex commercial? You
like,
can be buff in your 70s.
You can. I know you can.
It's by Bowflex.
It's by Bowflex. Or, have the last name Stallone or Schwarzenegger.
No, that's chemical enhancement. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You think that's natural? Do you think? Maybe I'm wrong. Do you think Sylvester Stallone can be that good of shape without help?
I don't think they're using like chemical enhancements. They might be using natural enhancements.
What classifies as natural?
Nothing anymore. Nothing.
Pure testosterone. Natural.
Sure. Why not? Okay. So you got that piece of news.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
With that. Okay. And then the last thing was that the Star Wars Last Jedi trailer dropped on Friday.
I have an opinion on that. You go first.
You did? Yeah. Well, I watched it and everything, and
were you wildly underwhelmed by that trailer?
Yeah, I really
was.
Like, I'm watching it and I'm going, well, Disney released one good trailer this week. You're 50-50 right now for me, but that was me. Like, no, I guess you too. I preferred the Thor trailer well.
Oh
over.
my god, you can't even compare
over.
that. No, you can't compare that. First off, the excitement level I am for Thor versus Star Wars is much different. That being said, I definitely like Star Wars. Don't get me wrong. But what I liked about the Thor trailer is they gave you stuff that made you excited about seeing the movie.
And in a like less than 2-minute trailer.
That's right.
Like, you didn't need to have like a 3-minute fucking long.
Exactly. Where with Star Wars, they showed you nothing that was engaging to me. Like, ooh, she's making some rocks levitate to me. Oh, the Jedi must
now
was
like,
I don't know.
Was that her or was that?
Oh,
was that Luke?
It was probably.
Or was that just something shit's about to break the fan and?
Maybe, I don't know. The whole thing I thought was like you couldn't get a grasp on what's going on. Like, there's a fine line between like like all those shitty comedy movies that they show you all the best parts in the trailer.
Parts.
They gotta show you something that's engaging,
Yeah.
While not giving everything away, and I feel like Thor did that.
Yeah.
They showed exciting things that make you want to watch the movie without giving everything away, but I don't know. I just didn't pull anything from that Star Wars trailer. I'm like, this is just a bunch of random clips from the movie that.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like trailers have gotten so bad. Like, I know you love the Terminator.
I love the fucking Terminator.
Okay, I love the Terminator too, but you watch pretty much every trailer from Terminator 2 onto Terminator Genesis. They give the whole like plot twist away in the fucking trailer. Like their trailers for their movies are terrible.
Wow.
I love Terminator 2 Judgment Day. I think that's the best. Like the first one's great, but I think the best one is
Let's clarify here. There's Terminator, and then there's Terminator 2. That's where it ends.
Did you see the Genesis one?
I've seen all of them. I've even seen the TV series, which was garbage.
The Sarah Connor
Chronicles.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You know, I didn't watch that. I think I watched like half an episode and I was like, oh.
What would have made me happy
else is on.
Instead of what would have really made me happy, in the Terminator, which we're getting way off topic here, but that's okay. With the Terminator series, if they had taken it all the way through to when they send Kyle Reese back in time, and then the whole movie series is a loop, that would have been how they should have ended it. In my mind, that's how they should have ended it.
Yeah.
Kyle Reese goes back in time, Terminator 1 starts, it's a loop.
Yeah.
But they didn't do that. They had to go back and fuck it up and change the fucking first movie storyline and ruin everything. And it's just infuriating.
I was confused at that. Like I knew they were gonna do with like Terminator Salvation. They were gonna do like 2 other movies based on the war that John Connor was fighting. But I think what happened with that was like the company that owned the rights and stuff like that, and that was gonna make those movies went bankrupt and went under. But you know what? You and I went and saw the midnight preview of back when they had midnight previews of Terminator Salvation.
That's right, we did.
I remember that.
Yep.
And you know what?
I didn't hate it.
I remember liking it. I remember
liked
going into the theater and liking it because it was different, and they're like, oh, it's a new take on Terminator. Like, yeah, the CGI Arnie, it was like, okay, that's cool, right? Like, there's that little
But do what I like.
reference
It's
nod,
because it's in the future, and they didn't fuck up the previous storylines. They just kind of went with like, this is what's happening in the future, so it worked.
Yeah, and I liked that. I was like, okay, and a lot of people shit on that movie, kind of like you shitting on Ben Affleck, but
I don't. That is not true.
It's funny, and it's a little true.
Like you just know Ben Affleck watched that last Terminator movie and had to crack a bottle of Crown.
Oh, Genesis? Yeah, I even started.
Whenever a shitty movie comes out, Ben Affleck cracks a beer.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. That's what he did with his acting career too. How many of it was just shit for the paycheck?
Hey, he was good in Chasing Amy.
Yeah. You know what? Like,
there's Ben Affleck
all Kevin Smith's films, pretty much.
Why do we always talk about Ben Affleck? It always happens. We always talk about Ben Affleck.
I don't know. I like Ben Affleck.
I don't hate Ben Affleck. I actually like Ben Affleck. He's been cast in a bunch of shitty roles, which is half his fault for choosing them.
What was it, chosen, or was it like, okay, you do this movie and in the contract you have to do like another side project?
If they offer,
because there are contracts like that, right, where you get like a multi-million-dollar contract for like one movie that's like, oh shit, that was awesome, but then there's like 2 other ones that were just like, oh god, that was terrible, right? Like some studios do that, right? And that could be it too. Was he was just locked in, and it's like, well, shit, right? Especially when one movie is he literally did a movie called Paycheck. Do you remember that one?
No.
No.
Probably blocked it from my mind.
Well, you probably did too. But the money was probably good.
See? It's so easy.
The money was probably good. Yeah, well, it's easy to pick on. Well, you can find anyone and pick on them. It's pretty. It is easy.
Our
mission easier with
next week. Next week we're gonna come to you with an actor. We're each gonna pick an actor that we both think hasn't done a shitty role or a shitty movie. That's our challenge. Next week we'll try and do that. It'll be hard.
That'd be incredibly tough.
We'll try. If we can't, we'll say nope. Everyone's done something shit, and then we'll just
everybody's had to have done something.
Oh, I'm sure there's someone out there.
Like God, even
Denzel Washington. He's been good in everything.
The Equalizer.
Hey, he was cool.
Two guns.
It was
Taking a Flam 1, 2, 3. Actually, I didn't mind that movie.
I actually,
and it was a remake too, but it wasn't too bad.
that was with John Travolta, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck John Travolta.
He's done so many terrible movies.
But he's done Pulp
Nick
Fiction.
Cage, you can't go wrong with Nick Cage.
Samuel L. Jackson has never done a bad role in anything.
Motherfucker, have you seen The Spirit?
No. Maybe I need to see Spirit.
Okay,
I haven't seen Spirit.
I really liked him in that movie. The movie was shit, but I liked him.
Well, then it doesn't count, so he did a good role.
No, I liked him. I didn't say the movie was good.
Yeah, well, if he does the best with what he's working with and he salvages his character, I think that's a win.
Well, then we should go back and maybe go in with that view for all the Ben Affleck shit movies.
No, there's been some shitty roles for Ben Affleck. Let's be honest here.
All right. Anyways, so that was the recap of the news.
Slash Terminator slash
Yeah.
Ben Affleck again.
Yeah. So pretty much what I was gonna ask you guys was what bit of news, or was there any other news last week that we missed? Because like the one that I was most intrigued about was obviously like the X-Men firing one from Marvel Comics, but
Yep.
and obviously I was pumped for the Thor trailer, but
And you watched the Spider-Man trailer, obviously.
I did, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because that one dropped
A while
2
ago.
weeks ago
I know,
now.
I know.
Still like looking, I'm actually looking forward to seeing that one.
Hat Bay's a silver fox now.
Dig it,
All about it.
yeah.
We talked about the Guardians trailer. The
Uh,
newest one with Fleetwood Mac in the background.
I don't think we talked about it. We did watch it though, because it's coming out like in just a little over 2 weeks.
It's the Marvel movie I'm most excited for.
Is it?
It is. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I don't
It
know.
is.
You know what? I've like even before the Ragnarok trailer came out, when I knew what the plot was,
Mhm.
nothing against Guardians 2. Like I'm looking forward to that, but I've always gravitated towards these like Thor movies. Like since the first one was released, and I'm like, okay,
Thor's awesome.
I dig this franchise. Like
Even Thor's shit movie Dark World, I didn't hate.
I know, like it was.
I didn't hate. Everyone says Dark World. Well, no, I shouldn't say everyone. A lot of people say Dark World was shit. I actually like Dark World.
Like
I can't help it.
I
did.
do agree with the like what was it, the antagonist being a little bit flat, but
Yeah.
you know it.
Still.
Besides that, it was still decent. Like
I thought
it was a good popcorn flick, right?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at it to get my whole views of life to be changed and altered. I'm looking at it to shut my brain off and go, that's some cool shit. Right?
This is
Like
true.
that's what I look for. But yeah, so let me know. Let us know what you think. What was the out of the 2 trailers that were released last week, the Star Wars and the Thor one? Which one were you more excited about when you saw it? And then the news of Josh Brolin and the X-Men thing. Which one did you find a more interesting as tidbit of news? I guess.
All right.
I think that's the best way to put it.
Sounds good.
And for this video, we're done.
I think so.
Yeah. All of you have a good one.
Stay tuned. Episode 5.